2019, before all in COVID agenda and that kicked off, yeah, there were riots everywhere. Yeah, all through 2019 worldwide. When I first heard the word lockdown, I've said it in a few videos before. I thought I've heard that word before. Where have I heard that word? And then it came to me from all programs I used to watch when back in the day about prisons and fucking shit like that. Prison, like I think Porridge. There were a couple of others and all. You know, I mean, they were quite big. Them fucking prison series back in the day. Well, that's where I recognised I heard it from, and it was what they put prisoners on when the fucking riot. They strip them of all the freedoms and the control them. You know what I mean? And I was like, right. I remember there were three in 2019, three riots around the world that got a massive cover on Facebook. You know what I mean? I think one was Paris, Spain, and somewhere else. But I just thought to myself, exactly how widespread was all this rioting in 2019? So I went on the internet and typed in worldwide riot in 2019. Yeah, 2019 went down as the year of the wave of global rioting. So that explained why they put us on lockdown. Right, now we're seeing the same patterns repeating, because not long after all that, you started seeing, after all started doing injections and shit, you started seeing all ambulances flying about everywhere. You know what I mean? And that's happening again. The riots and protesting and shit worldwide is happening again. So all those patterns are repeating. Right? We've, like I say, we've seen ambulances flying around everywhere. My dad, I've had to go out on my push bike today to go and get me mum and dad some milk, because my dad's right ill, got really bad fever and shit. He's tested positive for COVID. Now, whether people believe that it exists or it doesn't exist, whether it's just flu or whatever, it's irrelevant. Yeah, because whether it's flu, whether it's COVID, whether it's something else, at 76 years old, you know, I mean, 77 years old, it's, even if it's just flu, it's still fucking dangerous if you're elderly or if you've got your immunity compromised. Now we have to think along the lines of if he don't go out that much, you know what I mean? So he's obviously got compromised immunity. He's double jabbed. He's had all boosters and shit. Naysayers make of that whatever you will. You know what I mean? Now, what this tells us is that, like I say, even if it is just flu, if these jabs are doing what we say they're doing, and they are leaving the people who have had them immunity compromised, then what does this tell you? It's round the corner. Can you see what I'm saying? And what's happening in May? All the UN nations are handing over control to the World Health Organization in May. It's next month. Come a pandemic situation, and as I've already explained, the World Health Organization will also have the power to declare said pandemic situation. So again, what does that tell you? It's coming. It's round the corner. Why do you think the number one song at Christmas was Last Christmas? I'm telling you right there. My battery too. I'm telling you right there, that was the last Christmas. World Health Organization taking over in May, come a pandemic situation, right? So what I reckon they're going to let us have summer holidays and that, because one, there's a lot of money to be made, you know what I mean, and two, it'll give them the perfect excuse to say something's been spread all around the world, you know what I mean. Now, the thing with the World Health Organization taking control is this. There is only one reason why any outside unit would want control over the United Nations. and that is for its military. So then you have to beg the question, well, why would the World Health Organization want the United Nations military, yeah, all the military from the whole of the United Nations countries, yeah, at their fingertips in a pandemic situation? There's only one reason. And it's like I told you, and nobody fucking believed me. All that shit last time was nothing but an intel gathering session. Yeah? I said in beginning of 2020, when I realised that, like I said, when I did all that, found out about the rioting and everything else, because what I also then thought is, well, hold on a minute, what is rioting? Well, rioting is technically when the people declare war on whoever it is that they're rioting against. They're basically declaring war on the one action, the one that wants to be listened to, so the riot. In the case of when it's a government suppressing people and shit, it's technically the people's army. They are rioting because they want change. We haven't got armies like they have. We haven't got tanks. We haven't got fucking planes that can drop bombs and shit. And so the way that we do it, when we declare war as the people, we make their job as difficult as possible, so that they end up listening to us and listening to our demands and listening to what it is that we want. And we do that by rioting. It uses up their resources, it uses up their funds. You know what I mean? That is us declaring war. And I thought, well, if 2019 went down as the year of the wave of global rioting, that's worldwide. So what does that mean? That means this is world war. That means this is World War III, the people versus the oppressors. And that was a point at which I went, well, how do you beat an army with way, way greater numbers than yours? Because obviously there's about 7 billion strong now, you know what I mean? And I said it back then, and I've said it in a few videos, it's simple. You kill off the weak, you weaken the strong. Or when the strong are weakened, you attack. Right, all these athletes, all these footballers and shit, dropping on pitches with art issues and shit. They are the strong. They're the super fit. They're the super healthy. They have been what? They've been weakened. The weak have already gone with your COVID agenda. You know what I mean? The weak have already been wiped out. The strong are being weakened. You see that with all this sports shit. My theory with that is that this jib it basically weakens the heart. So when these footballers and shit are going onto the pitch and they're exerting themselves to their usual level of fitness, because most of your fitness is about your lung capacity, and that ain't going to change. Only the heart strength. The heart strength isn't going to be up to as much as the lung strength is. So when they push themselves to the usual capacity, the heart can't take it anymore because it's been weakened. Yeah, that is weakening the strong. And what did I say comes after weakening the strong? The attack. And that is what's happening right now. Or what they're preparing for right now. You see it all around you. Why do you think they've got that war going on with Russia and Ukraine, then straight away that going on in Israel? So that you're looking at that thinking that's what war is, that's what war is, that's what war is. And you're not looking at what's going on here and thinking, oh look, this is fucking World War III. Because they're using suggestive programming. You know what I mean? There were loads of people before all that happened with Ukraine and Russia and that were starting to say what I said at the beginning about this being World War III. So what did they do? They started real wars to get people thinking, oh no, that's what a war is. This isn't a war. This isn't a war. You know what I mean? And it's nearly here. Like I say, I reckon they'll let us have some because I think there's too much money to be had out of it, and it's the easiest excuse they can have for shit spreading worldwide. You know what I mean? And it won't be like before. I don't think it'll be country by country. It'll be instantaneously with everybody. Because they know we've got all the intel now. Each country has got the intel that they needed. You know what I mean? And like I say, the travelling aspect will give them the perfect excuse to say, no, we all need to lock down. The whole world needs to lock down. You know what I mean? Like I say, with the access to all the UN's military, guess what? They will be able to enforce all the bullshit that they couldn't enforce last time. So, yeah, get ready. Think about what I've said. Anyone wants to chat about it, let me know. Again, like I say, if you don't think it makes sense, tell me. But I think it all makes perfect logical sense. See you in a bit. We up.